Hi, my name's Ronnie Dewar. I'm Programme Leader of BA Social Sciences at Perth College UHI, and I'm also the Programme Leader for Single Honours Politics and various other politics joint degrees. I'm joined by my colleague today, Kerry Hannigan, and we're going to talk about the social science degree provision available at Perth College UHI. Kerry, would you like to introduce yourself?
Thanks, Ronnie. I'm Kerry Hannigan. I am the Programme Leader for the Single Honours Criminology degree and a number of criminology joint degrees.
Thanks, Kerry. Now, recently there's been a huge increase in the amount of degrees that are available in UHI, and we're speaking specifically about Perth College campus UHI. Can you give us a little bit of an overview about what degrees are available for students to take and come to Perth?
Of course I can. As Ronnie mentions, there's a range of degrees available to us. You can take your single honours degrees. So you're studying one specific subject, such as criminology, politics, or you can take joint degrees. So, for example, we have politics and criminology, politics and theology, politics and archaeology, or you could do sociology and politics, sociology and criminology, or criminology and theology. And there are a range of other subject areas that you can study as well, such as literature, history, philosophy, culture and heritage. If you have a look at our website, you'll see the full list of courses that are offered to you, but they're designed to allow flexibility and to allow you to study subject areas that you are interested in.
Thanks, Kerry. I'd like to just take a moment to talk about who the courses are aimed at Perth College UHI. And in the early days of the UHI philosophy, it was aimed at students that did not want to leave Highlands and Islands communities. They wanted to access a first class degree level education without leaving the towns and cities or remote communities within the Highlands and Islands area. And they did that by, investing quite a lot in learning technology so that you can access your classes remotely, and you can also access all your work, including a vast range of library services online. In recent years, that core group of students has evolved, and now we're attracting students from all over Scotland, all over Europe really, to come and do degrees here because of the specialties we offer. There are some very narrow specialties, and that's encouraging students to come from all over Scotland and further afield. So it has evolved in recent years. Also, it is a college as well as a university. So if you don't have the entry requirements to get onto a degree, you can start at Perth College and progress through, starting from, no qualifications whatsoever, right up to degree and master's degree level. So it's a very unique institution. Would you like to tell us a little bit more, Kerry, about what the students' experience is, and include in that how the courses are delivered, etc.?
Yeah, so the student experience across or in Perth and across the networks um, is a very positive experience. And at Perth College, you will find we have facilities to help you with your studies, but also facilities to help you relax. So we have a very strong IT and library department, and the IT and library department will help you find resources for your studies or help you with equipment if you need access to a laptop or a computer. And they will provide the support to allow you to engage with your studies and work your way through. We also have study skill support for those that are feeling a little less confident or have maybe been out of studies for a while. They will help you. We have the Academy of Sport and Wellbeing. There's a climbing wall, there's a gym, there's hair and beauty therapy in there, so you can get massages and book appointments to have your hair and nails done. Um, we have the food court, we have Costas. There's a range of facilities there for you. And of course, there's a student union as well that will help you keep engaged in that element. In terms of the degrees themselves, each student will be allocated a personal academic tutor that person will support you if you're struggling in your studies, if anything's impacting your studies in any way, if you become pregnant, if you happen to fall down the stairs and injure yourself on the way to an exam or something, which has happened before. They're there to help you and put measures in place to support you through your studies if anything gets in the way. You also have Ronnie and myself as your program leaders. We run the courses, we make sure the courses are running okay. So if you've got any problems or concerns or just need a bit of reassurance, we're always here and happy to help. We have a community space, which is an online space which contains everything that you need to know, from your very first day of induction through to the end of your degree, onto postgraduate degrees, onto employment. Everything's in that space for you. And you will have specific module leaders who will help you in your subject area. The course itself is designed as a networked course. So although if you're enrolled at Perth and you're based at Perth, when you attend your classes, you will also be in a group of students from across the 13 academic partner colleges. We all attend the same class. Okay. So you can attend these from home. We use video conferencing. You get 2-hour sessions a week per module, and you do 3 modules per semester. And the VC sessions are there to discuss the learning resources. The learning resources are on our online environment, Brightspace. So you'll read through those learning resources, and then you'll get a 2-hour video conference session with your module leader who will talk around these and answer any questions and work through assessments and everything that you're required. This is not a new process for us. We have taught using video conferencing for over a decade now. So these are very secure systems that are in place. Staff are very well versed at using the video conference system. And as we've said before, you access these from home, but if for any reason that you cannot access from home, facilities will be made for you in Perth College to allow you to access, but you won't actually be joining a class physically in Perth College. But this is not new, and yes, part of it's because of COVID-19 and government guidance, but we've always used a video conferencing session. So you've got a 4-year degree, and we will build up your essential skills. We'll introduce you to industry software, particularly in terms of data analysis. We will get you giving presentations. There will be essays, there will be reports, all of it designed to meet market demand. And what we mean by that is making sure that you have the key skills required to go into employment.
Thanks, Kerry. I'd like to add to that that there are other ways that you can join a learning community. You are encouraged to access classes from home, but there will be facilities at each partner college. But let's look specifically at Perth. There'll be pods, there'll be quiet areas, and we can help you with the loan of a laptop, all of these sort of things to make accessing classes easier for you. You are encouraged to use the campus. The library will be open. All of these things that you talked about. Also accessing professional services if you need the support of student services, for example, and also just 2 things as part of the social science degree that mean a lot to you and I, Kerry. We've got the staff student conference, where in 4th year you will be able to present your research, your dissertation research, to a conference of your peers and social science staff. The audience will be critical, but they'll be familiar to you, and it really fine-tunes your skills in terms of presenting your research, and enhances your learning. Also, each year there's the opportunity to go to an educational trip. Usually sometime in early March we go to a European city. We've been to Brussels, Krakow, Munich, Berlin, and gone to a number of sites that are of special significant interest to the social sciences. Things like Auschwitz, the European Commission, the German Parliament, various Holocaust memorials, various museums that pertain to sociological things, for example, in former communist countries. So there's a lot of things going on that make you feel part of a learning community, as well as anything else. Kerry, briefly, what social sciences? What you and I know how important it is in terms of society and the workplace, etc. But could you just go through what possible career options there are? And can I do a work placement?
Yes, thanks, Ronnie. There's multitude of possible careers from the social sciences and social science discipline. I mean, I wouldn't be able to cover them all here, but for example, well, there's myself. I'm now a program leader. I started off in the HNC social sciences. So teaching's popular, so is social work, criminal justice social work, working in local government offices or being a political risk analysis, solicitor, probation officers, prison officers, charity workers, paralegals. The list could go on for that. And a lot of students go on to do master's courses. And of course, we have our new master's courses starting in September, the MSc Applied Social Sciences, Globalisation and Crime. And we also have the work placement module, which is an optional module in third year, semester 2. So if students want to get engaged with work placement and work on their CV, that option is available to them. And so there's a number of careers that can go out there. The advantage of the social sciences underpin everything, which essentially opens up a much, much wider door than some other subject areas do for you.
I couldn't agree more, and I think the recent events of there being a pandemic has really sort of brought that right to everyone's attention, that social sciences underpins everything, and having a greater understanding of your society allows you to help that society thrive. You see a lot of people looking for, sociological and social science input into things like civil engineering and military and all of these other things that are underpinned by the social sciences. So very, very important indeed. Kerry, we've both been at UHI now for over a decade. You're a product of UHI. I'm not, although I do have a great passion for Perth College, because someone without qualifications in my early 20s, I went back to do a wider access programme, Scottish wider access programme, still alive and kicking at Perth College. And I think that that's an important thing that we ought to add as well, that you can do a degree at Perth College, but if you haven't got the qualifications to get a degree, there are courses available for you to go on to. And that's what makes me really passionate about Perth College UHI, because it changed my direction in life, and I was able to go on from a very poor performance in school to get a degree and beyond. Even although I didn't stay at UHI, I changed course and went to the University of Dundee. But and the subject matter, it's so important. Politics, sociology, criminology, psychology, all deeply important in modern society. To understand them is paramount for us all. What keeps you passionate about it?
Thanks, Ronnie. As you say, I am a product of Perth College. I went back, I did my HNC, and I completed my undergraduate degree. I was actually the first cohort of students to complete the honours year at the UHI. Up until that point, it was only a degree. There was no honours year. And my initial enthusiasm came from my lecturers at that time. I sort of wanted their job, really. But I love learning. I am completely fascinated with deviant behaviour, criminal behaviour, actually behaviour in general. Um, Very enthusiastic about the advancement of technology and the dangers associated with that. But the thing that keeps me going the most is the students. Seeing the students come in at their first year and they're all a bit nervous and they don't really know each other, and then watching them grow until they graduate at the end of the degree, and they are contacting me to tell me what jobs they've got and how excited they are, and that's the best part of the job, always will be the best part of the job. And so my interest keeps me enthusiastic, but the students themselves are amazing, and they keep me really, really motivated to continually improve our courses.
Well said, Kerry. I couldn't agree more. Well, thanks very much for the chat. It was very interesting to go through everything that we do at Perth College UHI, and I'll hopefully see you soon.
Thank you very much.
For the
Yes.
rest of your day.
And you. Goodbye.
Kerry, bye.